Okay, I'm gonna address a couple things before I even start this video. One, I'm keeping my hoodie on because my hair at the moment is standing up and doing a bunch of fucking acrobatic shit. Please stay on throughout the whole entire video. I'm not even gonna bother trying to fix it because there's just no point. Two, if you hear some sort of weird noise in the back, my mom is still in her Christmas bag and has been watching a Hallmark movie since the beginning of December, and she's just not gonna stop. If you hear some fucking singing or caroling, it is Christmas movies my mom is watching and the TV's pretty loud. So as you guys can tell by today's video, obviously I'm doing another Target video. A lot of you guys seem to really like when I do Target videos, so I'm like, fucking why not? It's a new year, let's just fucking do it. If you guys want to watch any more of my Target videos, I'll put a fucking little card here or there, whichever one, on the one that started this whole Target thing on my channel. But for those who may not know, I was a cart attendant, and obviously my job was to push carts and a couple other things here and there. But I have experienced quite a lot within my 6 to 7 months of working there. Let me tell you guys what this video is really about. What I did is I wanted to do something different. I was like, I feel like there's always these misconceptions with stores, and you may think that they do these things at these stores, but really they may not. Or they may actually secretly do. Almost like conspiracy theories, kind of. I went and did some research. This is the most research I've done in a bit, alright? And I've had fucking like 5-page papers. I'll barely be doing research on that. I fucking hacked into my Kowalski analysis and fucking hacked the mainframe, did every single fucking article, watched other people's videos, and just kind of summed it up into like 5 theories of what Target maybe. Again, I want to emphasize that I am talking from my personal experience. It's not going to be like every other store, so don't think that every other Target is like this. Most likely not. Mine was just a special breed because New Jersey. So anyways guys, before we get into the rest of the video, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share the channel. Helps me out tremendously. And I usually say that at the outro, but I don't know why I said it in the intro. I don't know, that's really weird. Okay, let's just get into the fucking video. So the first little theory or thing that I seen, even on an article, which was kind of weird, and I saw a couple things reoccur, which is the things that I picked, and one of them was Target employees have 15 seconds to respond to a customer's help. Obviously, it was told that if a customer needs help, you help them, because duh. But it's never been a time limit, and I don't know where this 15-second rule came from. I've never heard of it. I don't know if people that worked at Target have heard of it. I've definitely never even seen it really implemented. It was never reinforced. I don't even think that's a thing, if I'm honest with you guys. Obviously, it's common sense. If a customer needs help, you help them ASAP, but it's never like you only have 15 seconds to respond or you get in trouble or anything like that. It's just try to the best of your ability. Everyone's fucking busy. Everyone's doing something in the store, so yeah, I think that's cap. That's cap. I don't know about 15 seconds. I'm not saying that my store takes like 15 years to respond. Sometimes is when it's busy, but it's not like a holy shit, someone needs help, let me fucking drop this fucking pallet on someone's head because I only have 15 seconds, right? So yeah, no. The next one, Target employees dread Funko Pop collectors. Now, I've only had one experience with a Funko Pop collector, and I know Funko Pops are huge. Now, if you don't know what Funko Pops are, I don't want to like downplay them and say they're little figures or whatever you want to call them. I don't want to downplay it because I know there's actually a huge community that loves Funko Pops, and I actually think they're pretty cool. I don't have any, but I'm definitely gonna get one soon because I like decorating my room, so why not? But these little figures, or whatever you want to call it, are actually extremely popular and can be used as a collectible. Like, one experience that I had from it was actually pretty funny because one guy just came in, ran in, and dude seemed like he was out of breath, right? He was ready to spend some fucking money on some fucking Funko Pops, alright? Now I'm at guest services, getting the fucking flat to bring to the back and do a little salvage, CRC and all that. Just having a usual day at Target, you know? Dude comes sprinting, out of breath, and starts asking X, Y, and Z on fucking Funko Pops. And the person working at guest services, I didn't know shit either, but it was just kind of funny to watch because I was just standing there. He was asking all these questions about Funko Pops, and she was just completely like having the biggest malfunction in her head, and so was I, kind of. I knew what Funko Pops were, I just didn't understand how important they were. I don't think she even knew what Funko Pops were in general. But he was asking all these types of questions, and he was kind of fanboying as well. Like, at the end of it, he hit on the lady at guest services, and the lady at guest services, after all that shit that he was just fucking talking about, was just like, yeah, no, what the fuck are you talking about? That's probably what she was thinking in her head, but she was trying to lay him down politely, and he just wasn't having it. And I was like, dude, take a fucking hint. She doesn't want to give you her number. I think she ended up giving to him anyway because he was being really like persistent. I should have said something, but at the same time it was really funny. Yeah, that's my only experience with that. I want to say people dread Funko Pop collectors. At least in my Target, I haven't really experienced like people walk out with like all these Funko Pops and wait in line for the Funko Pops and all that shit. I don't think in my store at least people dread them because I don't think it's that common. Maybe in my area it's different, but maybe in your Target you guys have a whole fucking procedure for Funko Pops, so I don't fucking know. Yeah, dread? No, I don't think so at all. Okay, the third one. All employees know how to use registers. Now, majority of employees know how to use registers. And like I said before, I was actually a card attendant. And card attendants are actually supposed to learn registers because this is kind of true where all employees should know how to use a register. Now, I was told that I was gonna be taught how to use a register. And I was actually taught for like literally 10 minutes. Out of my 6-7 months, I had 10 minutes. And I didn't really do anything. I just kind of shadowed someone. And I knew I wasn't really gonna do register regardless if they needed me or not because they would need me outside more than they need me inside. I wasn't really paying attention that much. It didn't seem too complicated, but at the same time, I wasn't really having it. I didn't want to learn register. Anything to do with numbers and adding and subtracting, you lost me. You completely lost me. I am not doing that. I don't do registers because I am atrocious at math and I know the machine does it for you. I don't give a fuck because eventually I'm gonna have to give a person change and all that. I got too much anxiety in my life to already deal with that, so fuck that. But yes, all employees, or at least I want to say like 95% of them know how to use the register. Fourth one, we got one more after this one. Target is very strict on breaks for employees. That is true, and that is a bonus. I think that is such a great thing that Target does, and no matter how much the managers may not like you or whatever, they're very strict on you taking your break. And it's for an obvious reason. A 15-minute and you get a 30-minute, right? Depending on how many hours you're working that day. Even though I've explained I had my fair share with a manager that I used to work with, she was still on it and be like, yo, you gotta take your 15, you gotta take your 15. Sometimes I would take it a little later, but that's not her fault. It's because I'm just so in the zone at working. I didn't want to take a break at that time, and then I took my break eventually. But it's actually really good, and I realized how good it was, especially when I heard friends or family, anything like that, when they've had jobs at retail, and it's not really reinforced to take a break or to take your lunch. A lot of people are like, oh, I get lucky if I even get a 15. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like, I need my break. I think everyone needs a fucking break, right? So I think that's really good from Target. Obviously, they don't want to, I think there's a law or whatever. I'm not going to go into detail and act like I know the fucking law, right? But I'm pretty sure there's some shit like that. There's protocol where a person has to take the break and all that mumbo jumbo. But I think that's a really big bonus, especially after, like I just said, a lot of people don't really receive their breaks. If you want to work at Target, that's one of the good things, at least, especially if you're coming from a job that didn't give you breaks. You are guaranteed your breaks. You're guaranteed your 15s. You're guaranteed your 30-minute, depending on your shift and all that shit. So, and now the last and final one, probably the biggest one that you'll see throughout everywhere. If you type in working at Target, or some shit similar to that, you're gonna get the same things pop out, and it's about the interview process. Now, a lot of people, obviously, depending on the store and depending on the person that's interviewing you, will have different experiences. As I was doing my intensive, serious research for this video, I watched a video on some person actually going through the interview process at Target, and they went through 3 different people in the same day. Now, I don't know, the interview process is different from hiring a seasonal worker to hiring just a normal worker, I guess. But at least with me, it was very quick in terms of the actual interview. One thing that I did notice was a trend, what I think it happens everywhere. I'm not gonna try to get on Target's ass because I honestly believe it's everywhere, so just wait a really long time. The whole interview process is very short, at least in my opinion. It's probably like 10-15 minutes tops, at least mine was. The waiting process is a bitch. I was probably waiting for like 45 minutes. There's people in front of me, people doing shit. It's kind of understandable why that wait process was what it was. And like I just said, my interview process was literally 15 minutes tops, and it was just very basic questions. It wasn't like anything too in-depth about anything. Pretty much they kind of just ask you the same questions in different ways. At least for me and the person that interviewed me, she kind of just asked me the same question, which was how would I overcome an obstacle and things like that. For me, at least, it wasn't so much like, okay, if a Target customer needs this, what do you do, how do you do it, blah 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 blah, or if you're in this scenario, what do you do, what do you do. I was never put in that situation. It was, again, like I just said, what do you do, what do you like to do on your free time, and blah 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 blah, how would you overcome an obstacle and all that shit. My interview process was actually pretty easy. I got hired on the spot. Again, like I said, I was seasonal, so I guess they really needed a seasonal card attendant. And the person who interviewed me was actually a team lead. It wasn't anyone different. I think it's pretty normal that a team lead interviews you. Listen, I'm not gonna act like I knew exactly what department she was. I can't even remember, and the reason for that is because I rarely saw her, because I believe she was pregnant she was pregnant at the time, and literally the day I got hired was her last week before she leaves on maternity leave or whatever you call it. I'm not too sure. Literally came back probably like 2 weeks before I actually left. So I don't even know what she really did. She was a cool person, but yeah, I don't know. I just knew she was some sort of team lead, and she fucking dipped to have a baby and she came back. Before I got hired, I actually was obviously doing research on the interview process as well. I actually wanted to work in like the clothing department around there because I thought it'd be easy. And I saw someone explain their experience in their interview where they were told to make an outfit and their outfit would be judged by the person interviewing them. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if that's ever happened to you guys. It's kind of a bit like over the top. Like, it's Target. You're not working for fucking Balenciaga. I honestly prepared myself. I was like, fuck, if this is gonna happen, I'm gonna have to prepare myself. I went to Target with my aunt probably like a week before the interview. I went to the men's clothing section and saw what I could work with and put out a whole fit together. And I was just like, okay, if I was asked this question and I was really about to do this shit, I'm grabbing this, I'm grabbing this, I'm grabbing this, I'm grabbing this. So it really looks like I'm some fucking natural fucking designer in my head, and I'm gonna be the next fucking Louis Vuitton men's stylist. I don't fucking know. I don't know how true that is. Again, I'm pretty sure none of you guys have gone through that yourselves or anything close to that, a store like Target or anything, so I'm not too sure about that. Anyways guys, I think it's gonna be it for today's video. Again, there's a bunch of other misconceptions and little theories about Target. I just thought these were more interesting. I just picked these because I thought these would be better for the video. So again, I do want to emphasize this is my personal experience. I should be doing that a lot more often with these Target videos. I don't want to mislead anyone or make anyone scared or nervous or anything like that. Majority of the videos that I've seen on Target, a lot of people have had positive experiences. It's just with any other store, you're gonna get a negative experience, you're gonna get a positive one depending where you're at, blah blah blah. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share the channel because it helps me out tremendously. This is going up on a Monday, right? Yes, Monday. So the next time I will see you guys is all the way back on Friday, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Peace out, everyone.